Hello and thank you once again for joining me. This is Powder Dust, and today's video is going to be once more about the KV1-S. I've been having a lot of fun with this tank recently. It really does shine in a platoon, as I suspected in the previous video that you might have seen. It's good on its own, but you really do rely on teammates to to cover you, if you like. Your armor and reload time and aim time are not quite up to scratch, so as a result you have to play quite conservatively. As I've said, and as you may know from watching my other videos, the VK3601 is more middle of the road. It doesn't do as much damage, but the armor is slightly better, and also the aim and reload times are significantly better. So this game is about a platoon match that I had on South Coast, where we, as a platoon, made quite a difference to the outcome of the game. I'm normally quite a modest player, but I think in this game we really did make the difference between winning and losing. So without further ado, we will get onto the game. And here's the team composition. Now I know what you're going to say. Yes, there's a lot of VK3601s and quite a few VK3001s as well. There's also 3 KV1Ss on either side. This was down to a 200% income weekends that we've just had, where various heavy tanks would get a 200% bonus on the income they earned from each match. Now, I know that the VK3601 isn't technically a heavy tank, but Wargaming decided that the Germans should feel the love, and as the Germans have no heavy tank below tier 7, they felt that the VK3601 would qualify nicely. Tank composition is relatively similar. They've got one more TD than us, but we have one more medium tank than they do. And here we go. After we've got the lolling out of the way in chat about how many VKs there are, and the fact there's 3 KV1Ss, we decide that we will wait to see where everybody else goes. There was a time when I first started playing where I'd just pick a side and I'd go there myself, but I've realised that we really need to try and plug those gaps on the flanks or the middle. And so we tend to wait and see if any flanks are open, and then we go and plug that flank. In our platoon is myself, Evilfish, and Kurald. We've all got reasonable experience of driving the KV1-S now, and we've all got fully updated tanks, and of course are on TeamSpeak. We would like, of course, to try and meet their KV1Ss, but we don't know, even if they're going to stick together, which route they're likely to take. On this map there's no particularly good route for the heavies to go, so we opt for the road on the 8 column, whereas Kurald has gone high but running parallel to us. Before long we have some targets. The 3001P is currently below us in a dip, but he is coming towards us. Kurald, who's high up on the right hand side, actually has a decent shot at him. He and Evilfish exchange a shot, neither of whom hit. There's also quite a lot of tanks up on the traditional sniping point at the top there, but they don't seem to have noticed us for now. Over TeamSpeak we coordinate who we're going to fire at. Because I know that they're on the 3001P, I go for the 3.6 in the distance there. And land a solid hit on him, of course. There's another 3.6 which is at a funny angle there, so I take a shot at him. Again we coordinate. The 3.6 down below was being taken on by one of the others. Evilfish actually finishes him. So I take another shot at this 3.4. Try to take another shot, but Evilfish finishes him as well. One of the KV1Ss is at the top there. We're very keen to try and mentally make a note of where they are. Those are the ones who could cause us the most trouble. And there's a final KV1S on the left hand side there, but he's too far away to be of any issue to us. So we're taking shots at this 1S, and he goes down. Kurald finishes him off. So really that's 2 of their 3 heavy tanks down, which is excellent. So at this point we're actually doing very well. We've only lost 3 tanks. We could push up at this point, but we see that the right hand side is where our right, the minimap's left, is where a lot of their mediums are. So we decide just to pull back a moment and just see what develops. Their KV1S in distance is already down to over 50% damage, so we don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. And again, he's too far away to be a problem. We notice on the left hand side now that we've pretty much lost the city. I would only assume that their VKs were over there, and massed VKs like that can be a serious problem for any team. So we decided to relocate over to that side of the map and try and help out. As far as we're concerned, there's only the KV1-S over on the east of the minimap, and we can relocate quickly enough to deal with him should we need to. Now at this point, as a platoon, we could have pushed on and gone for the cap, but had we done so, we'd probably have lost the game, given what we're about to run into. So I think at this point, this was the pivotal point of the game where if we'd pushed on, we probably would have lost. But I think we made the difference here. So we push over. You'll notice now that the score has gone to 8-9 against us, so we lost a lot of tanks in a very short space of time there. So it's not looking brilliant, but we have the 3 heavies still, and we're acting as a platoon, and that gives us a huge advantage. So I'm pushing up first. I've told them to hang back a bit because I've got full health, whereas they're both down to 50%, and I just poke my nose around this corner expecting to see them, and sure enough, here we go. So I opt to take a shot at the one with the most health. T-50 pushes up, hoping to scout for us and distract them, so that's an extremely good move for him. They're very brave. We finish off the tank I hit earlier. That was Fish, so Corral's pushed out into the open now. Takes a shot but misses or bounces. And I finish off the backing off VK36. And there's another one around the corner here, but I'm still reloading, so I'm not going to expose myself. And also I don't have the gun depression hitting where I am now. One of us takes a solid hit from the tank destroyer there in the background. So we decide to put the pressure on and move up, tuck in here. I think Fish takes on the M18 Hellcat and finishes him. Whereas I now get a good shot, or a clear shot, on the 3.6. And I have to rush my shot here because he's backing off and would have disappeared behind the ridge. Fortunately I managed to hit him and he goes down. So at this point the battle's pretty much won, I would say. We've stuck together and coordinated really well. The KV1-S we know is on the east of the map now, so we double back because the chances are he would have pushed up towards our base. Most players would do that rather than go back to their own. So we decided to double back on ourselves again and head towards our base. T-50 leading away, or will be leading away shortly, doing what the scouting role should be doing, which is excellent, being our eyes. And sure enough, there's a KV1-S, very small amount of hit points left. Doesn't really stand a chance. There we go, and Corral finishes him. Corral also is actually on a very lower amount of hit points, and amazingly I've actually not taken any damage. There wasn't any artillery on this game, so that's probably helped. So we decided to fan out a bit now and try and find the last tank destroyer. Really don't know where he is. He can definitely one-shot Corral and possibly Evil Fish. I've not taken a note of what hit points Fish is on. So again, I'll try and lead the way a bit. And there he is. Unfortunately, he hits and finishes Corral. He was on the lowest hit points, so that was likely the most sensible target there for the Wolverine to fire at. I take a quick snapshot, don't let the aim settle because he's backing off and I miss. I decide to go around to the right hand side to try and take him from behind, if you excuse the expression. Fish is going to go up on his left hand side, and the T-50 is doing what the T-50 is doing, which is, I don't really know. They're keeping him busy anyway. We also have an SU-100 with us. It's been useful in the battle, he's had 2 kills. Never really catch sight of what he's doing. So as I push up, I sort of check behind and just see if I can maybe get a shot in from where I am. I can't at the moment, so I decide to move forward a bit more. He is taking damage. I'm not contributing a great deal at this point. And he gets finished. So all in all, a really good game. We all worked together very well as a platoon, and I think we made quite the difference to the game. Managed to kill 9 out of 15 tanks between 3 of us, so we were quite happy with that. Earned a decent amount of credits and experience as well. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that. Check out one of my other videos if you did, and I'll catch you next time.